As Grand Finals of Patchwork 2025 winds down, we have two players familiar with Grand Finals. Mudace, a victor of last year's Patchwork, and of course top 20-30 name that everyone knows and loves, and Peabnut, a player a bit more familiar with Grand Finals just recently. And by recently, I mean last week at Comicpalooza. Both players vying for their spot, Peabnut in winner's side, and Mudace dragging through losers. I've made a couple of videos on Peabnut recently, so I didn't want to just do another match review, so I wanted to talk about the story of Peabnut. Peabnut started playing in the Smash 4 era. Peabnut alongside Arfang made up the two strongest players from the Carolinas, but Arfang didn't really travel in Smash 4, but we all got a good taste of him in Smash Ultimate.
This is his final stock to figure it out. Up air tries to roll through. Good swap, but it's still, yeah. He's got him in loops.
Man.
He's swapping through the loops, but he can't get out. The blender has gotten all the way to Pandarian's neck. That wasn't a necessary thing. It was just a nice to have. And Wily.
That is it. Arfang makes it into top 8 loser side of the Esther. He is so pumped.
Look at him go. He deserves it.
Although Peabnut never top 8 at a formal major, he had some amazing runs, including 13th place at DreamHack Atlanta 2017, and got a couple of good wins at the Smash 4 Bootcamp in December of 2017. By the end of Smash 4, he was considered the best Megaman in the US, and let's see how that would transfer to Ultimate.
Are not equal. Peabnut is ahead by plenty of percentage. Now has the ledge. Oh my goodness. Oh, no! That's it! He sets it up. He sets up the Crash Bomber. Peabnut takes out Mia.
Mia trying to go for something here. Unfortunately, throwing the crown away. Oh, wait. Okay. Every time. Oh my.
Down smash. Peabnut.
Pretty well, actually. He was considered one of the best Mega Man in the United States for quite some time. Him and Scat from Georgia were considered the two pioneers of this character, although both were a bit behind the considered best Mega Man of Kameme over in Japan. However, his placements were still very solid at both MomoCon and CEO of 2019 with 17th places, and both of those tournaments were incredibly stacked, so that was nothing to be shy about. He was consistently placing top 8, even top 3 at a lot of the Southeast tournaments, especially in the Carolinas, as the COVID pandemic hit. And for the few years after competition returned, he was solid, getting 33rds, 25th, 17ths, never really having a bad showing other than the 129th at Riptide. But overall, he had a lot of solid placements, and again, still was doing really well at the local regionals, getting oftentimes top 8, sometimes second, and sometimes even first. And even considering going to a lot of majors such as Luminosity Makes Moves 2023, Port Priority 8, he was always placing very solidly. He was one of the most consistent players, and that netted him pretty solid placements on the various ranking systems, whether it was the PGR or the Lumi rank. Peabnut always had an amazing mind for the game and broke situations down in a very intellectual way, and you could see it in his play. He wasn't just running up and hoping people would do what he wanted. He was very ready for basically every situation, and a boon came upon him. As the collegiate esports scene has been growing, the Smash Ultimate scene is no exception with this, and a lot of top players have come down to Winthrop University, where Peabnut now resides, as well as consistent practice partners with Lima, an amazing Bayonetta player obviously, Anarchy, formerly from Newfoundland, as well as some other really strong players. The ability to consistently practice with top-level players that oftentimes were not present in the Carolinas really helped Peabnut ascend, and he reached his first top 8 major at honestly one of the most impressive showings of any player in my opinion at Cirque de CFL 3 with a 4th place victory. This 4th place included wins on Goblin, Shootone, Mia, Zomba, only getting double eliminated by Dabuz, but even then he took Dabuz to Game 5 in losers. I specifically remember that set against Mia because it was one of the most impressive sets and the impressive breakdowns of how to fight Game & Watch that I have ever seen in my life, still to this day, and it's been over a year since then. He followed that up with a 9th place finish at Collision 2024, which was notably more stacked than Cirque, so still, we knew that he was in it for the long haul. A couple of months later at Patchwork 2024, he was able to get top 8, and how sweet it will be when we get to the finale of this video. From then, Peabnut has had amazing placements. His worst placement since top 8ing that Cirque de CFL 3 has been 25th place at Luminosity Makes Moves Miami 2024. This year, in 2025, Peabnut started off the year with a 17th place at Luminosity Makes Big Moves, and again, his play has been amazing, and his losses were all very strong, and he was one of the strongest US players to go to KageDB 13. And his placement showed that with a 17th place, only getting outplaced by titans such as Tweak, Wrath, Mudace, Onin, and tying with Zomba. He had some amazing wins at KageDB 13, as well as his 9th place finish at Kulon 16 the week after KageDB, and that is really when his ascension started, because we all know, when you go to Japan, you get better. At 3 back-to-back majors, Peabnut was able to achieve top 8, including MomoCon 2025, where he placed 5th, Comicpalooza, where he made it all the way to winner side of Grand Finals. I covered that last week. And now let's talk about his first major win at Patchwork 2025. Oh, he even won doubles. First off, he started the weekend winning doubles with Lal Yoshi. That's pretty good. Winning doubles is pretty difficult to do in this day and age. There are a lot of really degenerate teams, and honestly, him and Lal Yoshi are absolutely one of them. In pools, Peabnut beat Sage and Monjero, both 3-0, and had a very close set against Ab's Mii Brawler. Ab from Georgia is a Mario and Mii Brawler player, and that was quite the fright, only winning in that Game 5 set where he advanced into Phase 2. Peabnut then dispatched Z's Palutena. I forget if it's Z or Zai, I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong. You can let me know down in the comments, and hey, while you're down there, don't forget to subscribe, turn on notifications, ring the bell, let me know how you like this type of video. And had a Game 5 nail-biter with free K-Flock to make it to top 24 winners, which would be winners quarterfinals. There, he punched his ticket into top 8 winners, defeating Mr. E. The situation from last week was starting to repeat itself. He's in winners side top 8. He defeats Syrup 3-0, one more set to match the placement of Peabnut's last run last week. But Mudace stood in the way. But was he enough to overcome this Mega Man monster?
Back with the Leaf Shield, and
there we go.
Converts it.
Wait, hold on, wait a minute. There's 15 seconds.
Whoa,
wait a minute,
God,
wait a minute.
Are we sure the timer's right?
Have we been in timeout mode for the past minute and a half and we just didn't notice?
Did we set the time correctly? We got 5 seconds left.
Do they know how much time is left? I mean, they gotta know now.
Peabnut is running. You have Umbrella. It's the only thing you can do. Oh my God. And that's timeout number 1. 50% and rising. I wanted to end it all right there.
Luckily, it covers with the Leaf Shield. The A button for Mudace is not online because they have the Metal Blade in hand. And speaking of the Metal Blade, back in Peabnut's possession.
Maybe that's the issue. Peabnut looking to do another timeout, 30 seconds on the clock,
and
30%.
Almost 30% up. Oh, and that's going to be it. Yeah, that trap right there, when you're already stuck in the air shooter, anything Mega Man wants to follow you up with is cheating.
After that victory, Peabnut was in Grand Finals winner's side yet again. Would anyone from loser's bracket be able to defeat him? Jackal closed out Candle's run at 4th place, Mudace defeated Jackal for 3rd, and so Mudace was the player to bring it back to Peabnut in Grand Finals. And let's say this one was even less close.
Anti-Princess, it's actually Hello?
Hey!
Hello?
Corner, Peabnut has to jump off stage and reset a little bit to the stage. A minute and 17 seconds. Oh my God, almost turned it right back around. Tried to steal it with the downer up tilt, but the drift away. Mudace gets to live a little bit longer. This is now kill percentage for both of them. And again, it's been evened up by Peabnut.
Dark red percent on the side of the super fighting robot, and we are sending Peach up to the heavens. Managed to really capitalize on it. He was just fine with playing the percent game, and why wouldn't you when it's bringing you the success that it has so far? Mudace looking for a way to come back in this tournament, but once again, for the X amount of time, Peabnut shuts down any and all approaches, all competitors in the building, out the front door. Peabnut is your 2025 champion for Patchwork. Finally, the trophy stays home.
After all the defeats, after all the training, after a hyperbolic time chamber of a Japan trip, Peabnut now stands atop the mountain, a major winner, major victory in his hand, and this nice little trophy. I love the story of Peabnut because he has been a grinder through and through. He has almost never complained about any type of matchup. He just wants to work to overcome everything, and we have seen him slowly and steadily do that more and more against more and more amazing players at more and more tournaments, and now Peabnut can call himself a major winner. Thanks for watching.